later.
Didn't realize it was a little blonde. Like, oh. But
Welcome to tonight's game as Neighborhood Readers of the Lowville Raiders. Tonight we would like to honor our four seniors along with their parents. The first senior we would like to recognize is number 1, Lincoln Becker, along with his mother Tina Becker. Lincoln
have said it was on.
I know. That's why I'm here.
gentlemen, welcome again to your substitute for today's Varsity match between the Lowville Raiders and Beaver River.
Good. You wanted me to sit next to you because I'm doing it on radio to see if you can pick up the sound.
Yeah, I
don't know
can't.
if it's going to work.
I can't get out of the gym yet because I hear my voice.
I told Lynn if I do that, I can't badmouth. I'll try and be loud enough. I don't know if we'll be able to pick me up.
I think
Or is
we'll
it
be
on
okay.
the computer or is the mic on?
And now for your Beavers. Starting in sophomore.
Now I'm talking to the guy next to me.
Starting in senior, number 4.
Honestly, a lot of people that like text in and say, hear you. I haven't said it.
All right. I got a friend watching, so he's going to tell me. Hear about my class. Alright, we got all the music down, so we're good. It's going to be weird because I'm the only one talking in the gym, and it's really
Everybody's
quiet.
going to hear you.
Scrutinize a lot. Alright, they're going to tip off, but we're okay. Give me a chance. I'm going to start talking just to practice, so give me a minute to not make a mistake. No, you're fine. Just count me in, but I'm going to talk. I'm going to do the game just like we're on, just to practice. Actually, I won't, because Cully for old-fashioned treatment. Live from Beaver River High School as Lowville Red Raiders took a trip down here to Beaver River for the opening night for the Raiders, second game for the Beaver River Beavers. Early 3 by Aiden Zaire, then a bucket by Aiden McCulley at 5-0. The Raiders on top as Beaver River settles in man-to-man defense. Lowville 5 guards kind of pass cutting. 3 on the left wing is good by McCulley. Again, 8-0 to score. As Raiders with another steal as they press up ahead. Zaire finger roll for 2. North Country basketball here in the midst of both teams here over the course of the season. As first night out for the Raiders. Raiders coming off that 22-1 season Section 3 title. Actually, last game they played, they beat Solvay 71-50 to win their second Class B title in a row. For the Beavers, coming off a 15-win season, lost to West Canada in the Section 3 Class C quarterfinals. With a lot of turnover on the team, and last week had their first game of the year, lost 70-46 to Harrisville. The Beavers are 0-1, led by Lincoln Becker, a senior who had 14 points the other night, and another senior, Sam Bush, with 12. But their hands full with this Lowville team, returning plenty of starters, including the McCulley twins, Aiden and Gavin McCulley, along with Aiden there. And fifth starter tonight is Dalton Myers for Lowville. A little bit different look without Chad Bach in the lineup, as Bach was the center for him. 6'3", Division I athlete, was able to lead the break off the rebound. So we'll see how Lowville adjusts. So far, things look good as Myers down the lane. Here comes that Lowville press. Push in the middle, 3-on-1 break. Up ahead for two. And first bucket of night is number 2, Lucas Rose for the Beavers, sophomore. McCulley the other way, and he gets hammered as he goes to line 2. Aiden McCulley's in goal for line 2. 12-2 the score. 6:26 here in the first quarter. Again, Lowville's going to want to press and push the pace up and down the floor. High volume of scoring, as McCulley's on the line to shoot 2 shots on free throw. First shot up is front rim, no good. One more shot for McCulley, as these all-state players came back and they'll look to have this shortened season to get as much out of it as they can. As the second shot goes up and good. 13 to the score. And right now, the Lowville pressure is Beaver in all sorts of trouble. Bush loses the dribble. Picks it back up. Short time to get it over. He just gets over to the home. But back is hit by McCulley. And they're going to call the foul. As it's a reach-in coming from behind. But right now, Lowville all over the place. Trapping, anticipating passes, getting turnovers. As Beaver are really struggling with this press by the Red Raiders. 13-2 the score. 16-15 left here in quarter number 1. In the show is Noah's there. As they swing around, Becker top of the key, takes it to his right, swings it to the quarter, down to the block, and off pushes it. The ball goes out of bounds. 22 on the shot clock, as Lacombe will take it out of bounds. Had a little senior night recognition before the game. It was nice to see these kids get a chance to play some sports here. There with a steal down the lane, scoops, and gets fouled by Becker. There with the steal off the ball plate, takes it to the basket, and with a hoop in the arm, he is going to have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. 15-2 to score, as Zare has 7 of the 15. As Zare with a couple steals already, takes to the basket hard. As Lowville looks like they're chomping at the bit to play some basketball here. And they come out quick, 16-2 score. As again, it's a familiar pace by the Red Raiders as they look to press and look to get the ball up the floor as fast as they can. As Dave Schneider comes in for the Beavers, the 8th grader. As he has the ball middle floor, loses steal by Myers. Here comes Myers on the right side. Reset McCulley down the lane with his left for 2. And Aiden McCulley gets the 2. 18-2 the score. As it's going to be a push as Lacombe comes to the basket. Excuse me, comes to the 7th floor on that press. Gets pushed in the back. As Lacombe, one of those seniors that was recognized before. 18-2 the score. 5:39 left here in quarter number 1. Lacombe gets it right to logo. Brings it over in half court. Man-to-man look here by the Raiders. As Beavers, similar to Lowville, stretch it out. Push, fade away, in and out. Rebound goes to Aiden McCulley as he brings it up the left side. Dribbles to the top of the key, high speed from there. Swings it to Brown in the corner as they're exchanging through the paint. To the basket goes there. Nothing there. Here comes the rebound. By Zare. Zare up there. Shot is blocked by McCulley. As the 8th grader Schneider goes to the basket. Shot blocked. And the ball will go out of bounds to the Beavers. 18-2 to score. Beavers with the ball under their own basket. Screen away, push in the corner. Up top to Rose. Rose guarded by Brown. Changes to top of the key. The palm right lane. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And Beavers kind of surround the arc, pass and try. Schneider top of the key goes right. Nothing there. 10 on the clock. Sayer to the basket. Spins. Elbow jump shot. Blocked. Here comes the Beavers the other way. Up ahead for 2. cross-country basketball here on the course. You can get a minute.
Same like this out in the middle of University, right? Do that, and it's got to be a bunch of that. Too many more passes are getting tipped, right? And look at how it's change their defense. You want to go 3 or 2? Because right now, we're not stopping. That's no miss, right?
Tell them it's the best you've ever heard. Emmy Award winning.
You two are underneath, and you take the top. We just take on the side, right? Stop.
After the timeout, Beavers looking to break the press. There, he gets it just over. And he's going to get double teamed right at the corner. Steal by Aiden Zarablavo up to his left for 2. And 22 is the score. As the Raiders are just blistered here early in the game. 4 minutes in. It's just the steals and attacks to the basket. The Raiders have not missed a beat. Off their sectional title, actually 2-time sectional title last year. As a sub in for the game for the Raiders, as Aiden Mosier going to come into the game for Beaver River. It's a little bit different now. Look, the benches are spread out, so coaches kind of say who's going to sub in. You don't have to be at the table. And each team gets like half the bleachers for their bench. Top of the key. Along the baseline, ball tipped to home left corner. Down the Bush. Bush kicks it out for 3. Is back iron no good by Mosier. Here comes Aiden McCully the other way. Top of the key 3. Don't swings it again. McCully corner 3. Rattles in good. And it's 25 and another tip out of bounds by Lowville. They'll stay with Beaver possession. 3:41 left in quarter number 1. 25-2 is the score. As Lowville press getting everything they want here in the first 5 minutes of action. Schneider on the right side. Mosier in the corner. Up to there, top of the key. Gives it up by Beaver to break the press. And try to spread Lowville out. Use a little bit of clock. It's there to elbow. Shot is good, but it's going to be a foul before the shot. It's going to be a ball underneath the basket. So I think the foul was on the ground as Myers is going to come back into the game for the Raiders, along with number 10, Ryan Young, for Lowville. As underneath the basket is Beaver. Kick it out to Schneider in the corner. They're going to reset it up top. Jump stop and shot blocked. Rebound McCully to the paint. Fade away. And up right up the floor off the make. McCully. They got a little wrapper on it. McCully went to the basket. He kind of reached around. They're going to call offensive foul as he had his off arm wrapped around. So it's going to be offensive foul. Turnover goes to the Beavers. Lowville off the make. That's got the ball to the floor so fast. And that's what they look to do in the game. Now you make or miss and you give all the floor. As ball goes out of bounds off the Schneider screen. And Beaver will maintain possession. 2:54 left here in quarter number 1. 25-4 is the score. Lowville on top. As inbound pass goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a Lowville ball here at 2:54 again. First night, Beaver River lost to Harrisville 70-46. This is the first action for the Red Raiders. And there's a little 5-team pod, I like to call it. It goes Lowville, Beaver River, South Louis, Harrisville, and as a book hitting Varsity along the baseline for 2. 27-4 is the score. As Lowville's press continues to hound Beaver River. Get the ball half court. And then there's a court set by McCulley. Down McCulley to Zare, left wing three. Short iron, no good. The ball's tipped. It's going to go through Beef River on the tip. Out of bounds. The whole host of subs are going to come in for the Raiders. Brown, Engelhardt, Dyer, Fail, and Young stays in the game. So 5 in, 5 out for the Raiders. Up 27-4. Here, 2:22 left in quarter number 1. Bush, half court. Swings over to Zare. Down to the corner. Over 3. Long, no good. Rebound tip. Brody Brown. Here he comes taking the other way. Into his hands, Lowville has. Anybody can get the rebound. Push it up the floor. That's really good. I like to do. Brown, corner 3. Short, no good. Rebound goes to Zare. As again, the finish is off. When Lowville gets a rebound, whoever gets it just pushes it. It's such an advantage. In the old days, forward, college, point guard, it slows you down. This makes it so fast. You have to on your toes. Lowville is going to sit back a little bit. This is like a huge concept for the Raiders. The bump to the block. There, top of the key. Short timer shot clock 3, no good. Rebound goes to Brown again. Brown pushes, takes it to his left, ball tipped, goes to fail, baseline shot, in and out, no good. Rebound goes to push. 27-4, we got a minute and 10 seconds left in the quarter. Push to his left, it's fouled, and he's going to shoot 2. So we'll take a break as he shoots 2. 27-4 is the score. We'll be right back for more North Country basketball on the Hits. You can do 30 seconds. Bush gets them both. 27-6 is the score. As Brown, screen from Byer. Nothing on the baseline. Kicks it back to Engelhardt. Engelhardt swings to Young. Cutter into paint. Engelhardt. Baseline pass to Brown. Brown pull up from 10. Back iron, no good. Rebound goes to Zare. Score is 27-6. 3 from the corner is long, no good. By the Hayes Raiders shot. And here comes Lowville the other way. Up the floor. Engelhardt was looking for Byer. Byer was a little bit too narrow running down the lane. The ball went out of bounds. As the sub comes in for the Raiders. Number 34, Trent North. As North goes for the steal, gets pushed. And that's going to be a foul on the Raiders. I'm sure one thing they'll want to talk about is their 16th foul. Yes, when you get up and pressure, you're going to foul out. You don't want to get to a point where you're going to get lots of free throws. And one more foul, Beaver will be shooting free throws. The whole rest of the half is still here in the first quarter. There to the basket. The shot is blocked, but it's going to be a foul, as a foul is on North's. And to the line will go Noah Zare, the senior, as he will shoot 2 for the Beavers. Again, one of the seniors, they have a little nice ceremony before the game. Very limited people. The parents of the seniors are here. Then other than that, you just have the JV players, the chaperone, shot clock operator, referee. So pretty quiet gym. And the second one goes off the back as well. So Zare unable to connect on either one. The ball's going to go out of bounds on 26-24. For Coach Chambeau and the Raiders. Up 27-6, just came out. Blister pace starting 20-2 on the start of the game. And now 27-6. As Coach Chambeau is going to call a timeout here. 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here for the rest of the half. As the Lowville offense is pretty much spread out. They're trying to spread you out, take you off the dribble, and look to kick to threes on either side. Right now, they've been able to get to the basket pretty pretty much at will, as well have a little bit of scoring when we have this break at the quarter mark. But great night here as basketball is back. First game for Lowville, second game for Beaver River. Going to be a super short season for these North Country teams. I'm hoping to get 8 games in and have to be wrapped up by March. And I'll talk a little about what will happen with other sports as we go. We'll talk at halftime about what the future for spring will be for sports here in Section 3. Well, let's finish up the quarter here. 27-6 is the score as Lowville gets it in. Probably going to hold for 1 here as the ball goes into the paint. Kick out, corner 3 is good. And that's North for 3. 30-6 as Beaver River breaks down the sideline and gets it. Quarter number 1 with the score. Lowville 30, Beaver River 6. We'll be right back for more North Country basketball here on this.
Tony, you're in, go in for Noah right now.
A minute, please.
Break it in, let's have you go back in for a game.
Am I saying his name right? Is it Schneider?
Yep.
Make sure you're working back to the bottom of the head, section 1 and 5. Just head to the bottom, make sure there's no last couple minutes were pretty good, not turning the ball over.
Back here in North Country basketball, this is Calzac Live for Beaver Boys. As second game of the year for the Beavers, first game of the year for the Raiders. As the Raiders came out quick, 20-2 run right off the bat, 4 minutes in. 30-6 is the score. As the defending 2-time Class B champions showed they haven't taken a step back at all here to start the season. Now there'll be no sectional playoffs, so these teams will play their 8 games and the season will be over. So all these kids are going to get shortchanged a little bit, but I'm happy to have basketball. As Duel down the lane for 2. Up for 10 is David the senior from Beaver River. As Rose, Bush, Schneider, all have 2 for the Beavers. Right now, as 30-8 is the score. Sayre, corner 3, long. Rebound goes to Brody Brown. And two McCulleys, Brown, Myers. Sayre in for Lowville. For the Beavers, it goes Bush. Schneider in for the Beavers. Becker, wing 3, long, no good. Rebound goes to Aiden McCulley, who's coming down the right side. Head up, looking for secondary break. Gets to the basket and gets hammered as he gets to the foul line. Scoring that first quarter for the Red Raiders. Once had 2, City at 3. Myers has 2. Gavin McCulley 7, Aiden 0, 11, Aiden McCulley 6, 2, and inbounds plays into the corner. Aiden right wing. McCulley to his brother in the paint, jump stops, left hand, 2. Goes Gavin. 32-8 is the score as Lowville gets their pressure up. Becker breaks the press up the left side, hands it off to Bush. Bush, top of the key. Sends it to Becker on the left side. Looking takes there, goes behind the back. There. Up top, Bush takes there. Bush, 15 on the clock. Bush with his left on the left side. Duel on the left side. Out of bounds. It's going to be Lowville ball. 6:15 left 42-8 is the score. As looks like Beaver River has a little 3-2 zone look here. Cully left wing. 6-2 in the corner. Back to McCully on the wing for 3. In and out. Rebound goes to Bush. Straight up the right side. No press off of this for the Raiders. Becker, top of the key. Guarded by McCully. Into to Bush. Bush top of the key. Back to Bush. Change to the change. Go to Beavers. Go to Lowville. Up the lane. There comes Red Raiders. Lob to Zaire. No good. Rebound and kick out from McCully. 3 corners. Rolls in good. Offensive rebound. Kick out for a 3. You get more open looks watching basketball when you get an offensive rebound and you kick it out. You know, in the old days when I was growing up, you got an offensive rebound, your first look was to put it in the basket. Now that look is offensive rebound, kick out 3. That's kind of my favorite play. Something we're trying to implement. 35-11. Cully tries to answer, nothing there. Rebound, Boyd Brown, no good. Rebound goes to the cone. And again, if he gets stops on the Raiders, we fall back, no press. Able to bring it up. Turnover. Here, pass by Bush. Up ahead to McCully to his right. Down the floor. 37-11. Corner 3. Rose now has 8 of the 14 for the Beavers. A couple of 3-pointers here in the second quarter. Top of the key 3, rattles in good. For Gavin, his 4th 3 of the night. As I got Gavin for 15 points. Steal by the Raiders. Here comes Gavin again to the basket. Up. Miss layup. Rebound by Zaire. Aiden McCully kicks it out to Brown. Penetrating kicks. And they'll reset. And the ball goes down the ground. His legs out of bounds. 40-14 is the score. And Dan Bale comes back to the game for the Red Raiders. 40-14 is the score. 4 minutes left here in the first half. As Lowville has a couple more subs for the Raiders. Number 1 named Meyer and number 2 Dalton Myers in the game. There, Gavin Cully. Inbound is there, up to Becker, breaks the press. Becker to his right, spins, nice move, scoop. Beautifully senior Becker. His first points of the night. A little spin finger roll in the paint. As Beaver River tries to settle it down. Rose along the top as Phil Shambo's going to call it. So we'll take a timeout with it. 40-16 is the score. 3:40 left here in quarter number 2. We'll be back for more Beaver River here. Beaver River hoops here on the Hoops. A minute will work.
We have to keep moving and get open, right? Listen, every time down, we just have to get our head, we're going to run motions to make our entry pass, be away to the back foot, right? And then you should be away for the other guy. We're not moving at all. We're just moving, and then we break the move pass, and then we stand, right? After you pass the ball, move, but just keep running motion over and over and over again. You know where they are, right? And then just bounce it in, wherever they are. Right? They get deflected.
Back here with 3:40 left in quarter number 2. 40-16 the score. As the Raiders started out on that 20-2 run and haven't missed a beat since. And 40-16 is the score. Raiders on top again. 2-time defending Class B champion. looks no worse for the wear here as little zone action into Tangles fail. Now that Bucker will be their ball to the press. He's the last team for the last 2 years with this press. It looks like he can continue to do that through this short season. Becker, right wing three. Becker in the good rebound up and front four. And finally secured by Fail. As Tully comes up the right side. Down to Myers in the corner. Brown, top of the key three. Short. Rebound goes to Becker. Becker takes it up the middle. They settle to the right side push. Push ball tipped by Myers. And Myers moves it right back to the phone. And here come the Beavers on a fast break. Becker kicks for three. Long, no good by Rose. And Lowville will secure the rebound. Brown takes himself up the floor. To the left is McCauley. Down to the baseline. Nice pass to Fail. Just in and out. Hayden Bayer went down the baseline. Made a nice pass to Fail. Nothing there, but Brown on a steal. Brown. McCauley. Back to Brown on the left wing. Kicks it back to McCauley. Wide open corner three. Long, no good. But Brown with the rebound. And Brown gets hammered. Gets fouled. And he only gets 15 foul on Beaver River. So Lowville will have the ball under their own basket. 2 minutes left in the half. 42-16 is the score. It's 5 new in for Lowville. Engelhardt, Aiden's there. Young, North, and Gavin McCauley come back in the game. Excuse me, Ryan Young as well for the Raiders. As Aiden's there. Corner three, short, no good. Beavers on break. Good hustle back by the Raiders to stop the fast break. Back to the top of the key. Bush on the roll. Defended well by Engelhardt. Top of the key, three ball. Becker is good. He's got 5. And 42-19 is the score. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Ball to the corner for Fail. Looking for a cutter. Nothing there. Good steal by Rose. Rose on the fast break. Up ahead of his right. Short. And rebound is it's actually a jump ball. In the ultimate possession is going to go to the Raiders. Up 42-19 here late in the first half. We'll be back in action on Tuesday as Lowville will have their first home game of the season. My partner Mickey Favell will have Lowville as they host Harrisville, one of the other participants in this little 5-team pod. Harrisville from Section 7 come down and play Lowville as that game will be Tuesday night at 7:30, so stay tuned for more basketball action. I have plenty of games. We'll do boys and girls games, and hopefully when I should say Adirondack gets the schedule set, we can sprinkle a couple Wildcat games in there as well, as we'll talk a little about some more stuff at halftime. But here with a minute to go, Lowville with the ball. Three, long, no good. Rebound goes to the Beavers. As Becker will take it to the left side, brings it back there. Round his back. Pull up three. In and out, nothing there. Rebound goes to Young. Straight up the right side, McCauley, corner three, in and out. Rebound goes there. Nothing there, but another rebound, kick out to three as McCauley takes it to the basket, spins, and shot is blocked. As Gavin McCauley was taking it down the lane. 38 seconds to go in the half. 42-19 is the score. Lowville on top. On top, Varsity. As they're going to reset. Aiden's there, top of the key. Gets to the foul line, little floater, short. Rebound by Bush with 27 seconds left in the half. Takes it hard to the elbow, kicks it Becker. Top of the key. Bush in the paint, floater, no good. With 15 on the shot clock, or 50 on the game clock, we'll see if Lowville holds it for McCauley is there. Back to McCauley. As it's tipped by Becker. Out of bounds. Out of the ball. 3 seconds left in the half. 42-19 is the score. As McCulley takes a left side shot to end the half. Number 42-19 is the score. Lowville on top. We'll be back after a few minutes to hear from our sponsors. We'll have a little bit of halftime wrap up. Lowville and Beaver River basketball here on us. How much time do you need? You probably got to do a bunch, don't you? Okay. How about you give me like 3 minutes, then I'll talk for a while, then I'll send it back to you in 2 minutes. Give me a chance to add up some numbers. hosting Lowville Red Raiders. 42-19 is the score. I got unofficial scoring here. Gavin McCulley 15, Aiden Zare 12, Aiden McCulley 6, Alex Zabriskie 2, Dalton Myers 2, and Trent Norris 2. And for the Beavers, I got Lucas Rose for 8, Lincoln Beck with 5, and then Bush, McComb, and Duel all with 2. 42-19 is the score. Again, it's going to be an 8-game season for Beaver River, Lowville, South Louis, Copenhagen, and Harrisville. We'll all play home-and-home schedules. We have a whole bunch of these games here on the Moose. So stay tuned all season as we'll be hosting plenty of games. And then Adirondack just this past week was able to get their plan approved approved by Oneida County. So a schedule of Adirondack games should be coming out soon. And talking with the Flack family, I think they're planning to maybe broadcast an Adirondack games as well. So stay tuned to the Moose, as we'll be having a whole host of games here to broadcast. Our next game is Friday, Big 12 will be in Lowville. 7:30 tip-off at Harrisville from Section 7 comes down to face the Raiders Friday night. Again, to start the game, Lowville's press just was all over the place. Looked like there were 7 guys out there. Started on a 22 run and have cruised to a 42-19 score. Weren't sure what the Raiders would look like, coming off that long break. Same with the Beavers. But assuming a lot of the Lowville players play AAU basketball. AAU basketball has been running, nonstop for most of this past year. So, if you were looking for games to play, there was opportunity. You didn't travel to certain places, but people were playing. And the Lowville guards, the McCulleys and Zaire, have not missed a beat and have led us to a 42-19 score. So, what does that mean for the future? Well, right now, you would actually be starting the sectional tournament right now. This would be like the first week of games. There will be no sectional tournament in basketball. So once this 8-game season is over, you'll just be done. All Section 3 basketball has to be done by March 14th. Now the plan right now is to have a Fall 2 sports season, they're calling it. And that starts technically March 1st, in which teams can play football, soccer, swim, and any other winter fall sports that go on. Now, the North Country teams that played those 4 or 3 soccer games in the fall, I still think they're eligible for Fall 2. Fall 2 starts March 1st. You can start practice, and that goes to the middle of April. And then near the mid to end of April, spring sports will start. And spring sports will go into June, and maybe later June this year. Now, there still is a possibility for sectional playoffs for baseball. No state tournaments, but the section hasn't made any decisions yet. I'd be surprised, if there was sectional baseball tournament, but I think that's kind of the plan, to maybe try to do sectional baseball. But, all this is pending on do rates stay the same. This depends on, does the state come back and say, they don't want us playing high-risk sports anymore. Some local schools could decide to pull the plug. You don't have to participate in sports. I would assume some North Country schools might opt out of Fall 2. Starting March 1st, there's going to be 2 or 3 teams still on the ground still. I know teams in Syracuse will play football and play soccer. It's going to be a much taller task for North Country teams to do that. But those are decisions that have to be made. And they have to be made quickly in the next few weeks. If you're going to play football and soccer in this Fall 2 season, you're going to have schedules and plans ready pretty soon. And also with swim, in a unique situation for Adirondack athletes, as I work with coach down there, our pool is dug up and we don't have a pool. So I'm not even sure if we were to have a Fall 2 season, if we even had a pool available to use. So it's everything is up in the air as it's been for the past year. Things can change daily, weekly, hourly. So I think what we all need to do as adults and kids playing sports this year is to take every day in the gym as a blessing. I'm lucky enough to be able to do and coach JV basketball at Adirondack this year. I decided to come back for a year to help out a little bit. One thing we talk about in the gym is take each day as a blessing. Now, who would have known a year ago now, sectional tournaments were running. Beaver River won their first game, was going to go down to West Canada play. Lowville was on a run to win a Class B title. Who would have thought that there'd be no basketball for a whole year? So, we all would like to have sectional tournaments. We'd like to have more games. We'd like to have a full football season. We'd like to have a full baseball season. But those things aren't really possible right now. Excuse me. So, I think the message we need to have is take this as a blessing. And every day in the gym, every day in the field, every day practicing, playing, hanging out with your friends, playing the games you love should be something to purely enjoy. And the sacrifices these students had to make over the past 2 years has been enormous. And really proud of the way these kids handle themselves. They're all wearing masks while they're playing. No one's complaining about masks. Kids are doing everything it takes to participate. And it's good to see kids step up to do that. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back for third quarter action. 42-19 is the score. We'll come back for the third quarter. This is North Country basketball here on the Moose. You can 30 seconds. Goes along the baseline. Beaver starts with the ball in the half. Ball goes off the side rim from Becker, and here comes Lowville the other way. 42-19. McCulley to Zare. Wing three, short. That's going to be a foul. Gavin McCulley. As it was funny that Lowville had 7 fouls in the first quarter. I think they just had 1 foul in the second quarter. They're kind of a little bit handsy here in the first quarter, but they're much more disciplined here in the last 8 minutes. As Becker up the floor, throws, stolen by Myers. As a reset for each team, it goes Myers, Brown, McCulley twins, and Zare in for the Raiders. And for Beaver River goes Rose, Becker, Zare, Bush, and Lacombe. And Zare, win 3-0 there, but gets his own rebound. Back to McCulley along the baseline. Kicks it to Brown. Brown, corner 3, Myers, in and out. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Lowville ball under their own basket. 1 minute into their third quarter. 42-19 is the score. Raiders on top. Little inbound set for the Raiders. Zare comes down the paint, catches in the short corner. Brown swings it out to Myers. Aiden McCulley left wing. As Lowville's just surrounding the arc, and right now they're kind of free happy this quarter. I think every shot they've taken is a bar. Has been 3. Haven't hit 1 yet. As now a little bit of zone look, they're going to put. McCulley has the free throw line. Brown penetrates in and out. Rebound goes to Becker. So both teams scoreless here in the first minute and a half of the quarter. Becker in the Bush, spins, and 2 for Bush. So Bush for 2. His first bucket of the night, 4 points for Bush. As Zare penetrates, swings it around the corner to Myers, back to Brown, into Zare, foul line, swings for corner 3, under the pull back up, penetrate, kick 3 by Myers, and he's got it 3. So, first bucket for the Raiders, 3, here comes that press. 45-41 is the score. As a steal by McCulley up ahead, to his brother Aiden for 2, it's good, but they're going to wave it off. Zare grabbed the rim when the ball was in the cylinder. That's going to be basket interference. Coach Shambo didn't like the little extra effort there by Zare. Ball's in the rim. He just dropped down to the rim. Waved the basket off. As Beaver brings a press and Becker to the corner rolls, pull back 3. Long, no good. Becker for a rebound. Trying to put it back in, just hammer it as he does. So he's going to shoot 2, so we'll take a quick break as he shoots. 45-21 is the score. We'll be right back for more North Country basketball here on the
Watch it. When you got it.
30 seconds. Becker misses both of them, and 45-21 is the score. 5:30 left in the quarter. Ball goes into the paint. It looks like Alex Zabriskie is going to go Beaver River's playing like a 3-2 zone, and Lowville is surrounding the arc with shooters, and they'll put some at the foul line, and they kind of rotate who goes into the foul line. They look to get to the foul line and kick it out for threes, or they look to attack up the dribble. There's plenty of ways to attack a zone, but really, you got to get the ball to the paint. When you get a touch in the paint, that opens up everything. Paint touches lead to good shots. Paint touches lead to great threes. One thing we'll study basketball over the years, shooting percentage goes way up as an offense on possession where the ball touches the paint. So paint touches is key for all teams as Becker gets right into the paint. Ball's off the back of the rim, rebound goes to Lacombe. Push on the left wing. Swings it to Zaire. Top of the key, in and out, no good. Brown with a rebound. He's going to take it himself up the right side. Brown swings it again. Swings it to McCulley on the left wing. Get 4 out, 1 at the high post. Myers, baseline 3, nothing there. He's swinging around. Get to the high post, paint touch. Good ball movement, swing to the corner. Short, no good. Rebound tipped by Brown right to Becker. Here comes Becker the other way. 46-21 is the score. Is there for Beaver River spins. And shot blocked by Brown. As don't know is there the senior spark. Into the game was there for Lowville. Myers sits down for the Red Raiders. In for Beaver River is Moser into the game for Beaver. Throws, takes it away. 46-21 off the turnover. Lowville with the ball. 30 points through the first quarter, so scoring pace really slowed down for Lowville since that first quarter. Takes the line, Gavin will go to the line and shoot two. So again, 30-6 blistering first quarter, and since then, over the last 12 minutes, the score's been 16-15 over the last 12 minutes. So the scoring pace for Raiders has really slowed down. As first off, that was one thing I was going to look for. Our free throws, Addison Chris, your practice time is so limited. I heard coaches talk before the game. They share gyms. They only get an hour and a half practice. It's time to get mass breaks to disinfect. So practice time is way down. One thing you probably will suffer with free throws. It takes so much time to practice. You get your team to 6 backs at the time, shoot 2 free throws at a time. To shoot 10 free throws, it takes you 5-10 minutes. You get 20-30, and do you want to spend 10-15 minutes of practice shooting just free throws? There's so many other things you have to do. In this shortened season with shortened practices, things you got to give as a coach, and you got to weigh what's important and not. I suspect free throw shooting might be one of those things. Some people will charge as Aiden Zerman, 3. Becker, top of key 3. Becker now with 8 time the game, 47-24, as the Beavers are crawling back into this game. Did a much better job breaking the press. Just that first 4 minutes, that adrenaline rush by the Raiders really just put them back on their heels. And much better job. So Brown missed 3. Rebound from the cover. McCulley from 2. Back to 49-24. Here comes that press. Again, if you're not scoring for the Raiders, you're not scoring. So over and got his foot right near the sideline, and Jared ran him over, so turnover by the Beavers. Just to finish my point, 30 points in the first quarter. Baskets lead to press, which lead to baskets, and when Lowville is scoring, they can't get that pace that they want because Beaver River can slow the pace down a little bit in the half-court set, and the pace has really slowed down considerably since about the first 6 minutes of the game. As Zaire came out of the game, that's his 4th foul of the night. On top of P3, no good. Rebound goes to Beaver River. I believe that is as well. Brown with a steal. Up ahead McCulley. McCulley for 2. No good, but rebound by Azair. Off the fast break, he kicks out to Brown, he penetrates as they're going to reset with 30 on the shot clock. So it's a hustle. Not assuming the make on the layup as Azair got that offensive rebound on the fast break. McCulley to the basket. McCulley with another basket. 51-24 is the score. Mosier on the right wing. For the 8th grader Schneider. Becker, nothing there. Ball tipped to Aiden McCulley. Off the right side to Brown. Brown, great pass. Beautiful ball. 54. Now the pace starts to pick up again for the Raiders. They can just get you in a frenzy, just get surges of points. As once they score and their press starts coming, it's so hard to slow them back down. As get them so disciplined in half court. Tips on everything. There's another tip on. We've noticed that a few times tonight as the ball dribbling goes by somebody. The Raiders like to reach around and get that back. One thing you have to work on getting prepared for that, because if you go by somebody, you've got to cross over to your other hand and try to avoid that back down. But the ball stays to the Beavers, 53-24. We're at the 140 mark here in quarter two. Fast-paced game here. Not a lot of timeouts, only 5 fouls here. Turnaround jump shot is no good. As that Hornierhood was the shot clock, but the shot was off before the clock went off, so ball hit the rim, reset, there's a foul on the rebound, so the Beavers have the ball under their own basket, 128 left in the quarter, 53-24 is the score. Bush on the baseline, swings it to Becker. Becker with a high screen, they're going to call it the illegal screen, but it was moving a little bit. That State second high screen, so the illegal screen leads to the offensive foul in the turnover. The ball goes back to the Raiders with 1:22 left in the quarter. 53-24 is the score. Raiders on top. 3-2 zone by the Beavers as Fail will go to the foul line area. You have Brown, the McCulleys, Fail, and Byer in the game for the Raiders. McCulley penetrates. Gavin, deep three near top of key. Gavin lit it up here in the third quarter. In the game, one steal is 2 by Aiden McCulley. Again, they can just skip points and goals. So it's 58-24. As here comes Becker the other way. 50 seconds on the clock. Mosier, right wing. 3 back iron, no good. Stone rebound. The ball gets struck by Gavin McCulley. As he goes up ahead to Byer. Swings to Aiden McCulley. Back to Gavin, top of the key. Baseline Byer, up and under, shot blocked. Ball 0.5 seconds left in the quarter. 58-24 is the score. And 36 was the start for the Raiders. As they continue on control here. As they continue to press. Bush getting rounded. Swings it to Becker, gets over half court. 20 seconds, no shot clock. So it's working for 1 clock. Becker to his right. Floater. Front iron, no good. Rebound goes to Brown. He loses it. Mosier, corner 3. Front rim, no good. Ball's loose. Rebound by Brown. 5 seconds. Takes it to the elbow. Shot. That's going to do it for quarter number 3. The score, almost Beaver 24. We'll come back here for fourth quarter action. This is North Country Hoops here on the Moose. How are we doing on commercials?
Let's go, Jonah, you check in for Dave.
Okay, you can do like 2 minutes. McCulley with 27. Aiden here 12. Aiden McCulley 8. Dalton Myers 5. Alex Zabriskie 3. Trent Nortz 2. For the Beavers, I have Lincoln Becker 8. Lucas Rose 8. And Oscar 4. Lacombe and Duel with 2 each. 58-24 is the score. As the ball goes down to the block, tries to block, it's going to be a jump ball. Go to the Beavers. 7:20 left in the game. Beaver down 58-24. And now the Blister came out 22 with 30-6 first quarter and have cruised here since 58-24. As Beaver is going to take the ball under their own basket. Good game for the JV game. Our game in Lowville JV just won by 2 points. I believe it was 40-38. A really competitive game. Just great to see kids in the gym playing sports. I think that's the goal that Section 3 the state has. Is this is needed for kids' mental and physical health. And I think no matter what happens, what the scores of games are, this season is going to be more about getting out and playing than it is going to be. 16-24. That's Becker. It's to Mosier. 2 is short, no good. Bush goes up big. And able to secure. Out of bounds to the Raiders. Just to finish my point, I think the main focus this season is on kids. The kids and their well-being and their kids playing. I think that's how it should be. In a year like this where kids haven't been sports, haven't been in school, home learning, so much upheaval in their life. I think the opportunity for kids to be back in the gym playing, whether it's fans listening on the radio or if there's a live stream going on, whatever. I just think it's important that the kids are here. The focus is just on the kids and playing basketball and probably learning a little bit about teammates and sacrifice and things like that. It's good to see the state finally come. It was a long wait. It was January 22nd until we found out sports were high-risk sports and basketball was accepted. It was January 22nd that high-risk sports were finally approved by New York. And it was then each county had to decide. Each county decided sports was good right away. Later County took a little bit longer. Herkimer County still is not allowing sports yet. So, interesting year for sports. Brown for the basketball. First buck tonight. Beaver's back the other way as Becker swings down the floor and gets pushed as he goes up, so Lincoln's going to shoot 2. We'll take a break as he shoots. 5:36 to go in the game. 62-27 is the score. We'll be back for more North Country hoops on the Moose. Minute to go. Back to basketball here. 62-20 is the score. We got 5 minutes left in the game. As shot for 3 in the corner is noted by Munger. The rebound secured by Lacombe. As Beaver recovers the score. Back to the right wing. Takes 2 strikes. Jump stops hard. As Becker with his 10th point. That's 11 at 62-30 is the score. Myers on the right wing. Beaver stayed his 3-2 zone look. Munger right wing. Brown. Brown penetrates. Gets into the high post. Young. Baseline jump shot by Derek. It's no good. As the ball goes up the floor, it's going to get pushed by Brown. as some more subs into the game for Raiders. Reggie McCollum. Simpson into the game for the Raiders. With 4:19 left in the game, 62-30 is the score. As man look for the Raiders. Becker, good hustle by Bush to Becker for two. Offensive rebound by Bush gets it to Becker. Excuse me, for two, 62-32. Three in the corner, long, no good. By Bronowski. Here comes Beavers the other way. Up ahead, Becker on the left side. Becker probing, up, stripped by Brown. And then there's going to be a jump ball. Gets steal. And the ball goes to the Raiders with 3:47 left in the game. 62-32 score. Raiders on top. 4 out, 1 in for the Raiders. Tip by Lacombe. Here comes Beaver the other way. Becker, jump stop in paint. Becker, no good, gets on rebound. And Becker, I got him for 15 right now. 62-34. As a scoop shot. No Simpson. As the Raiders answer, 64-34. 3 minutes left in the contest. Becker off the high screen from McComb, crosses over, takes it to the basket, just short on the layup. McComb, right side, will reset to Sarah. Sarah penetrates, and it's going to be fouled before the shot went up. And it's only going to be the 16th foul by the Raiders, so Beavers will take it out of bounds into their own basket. As Engelhardt and Fail and Byer come in the game for the Raiders. Brown stays in, along with Simpson. And Sarah throws it in, but it's steal by Engelhardt. All along to the basket for two. Steal off the inbound play. Gives Engelhardt steal in 6:34. Becker in the paint, settles it. Ball tipped to Bush. Bush underneath, the ball's tipped, but he'll set in the corner. Takes to the elbow, swings out to Rose, the lefty for three. Short iron, and the ball will go out of bounds to the Raiders with 2:34 left in the game. 66-34 is the score. As again, stay tuned Friday night, 7:30 tip-off. Harrisville travels down to Lowville, 7:30 start. Harrisville beat this B River team 70-46 last Friday. So they'll come in looking to pick up a win against Lowville. First home game, Friday night, 7:30 tip-off. Fitness Lowville will call the game live. As Zare goes to the baseline and Brown get out of bounds. As McCollum will come back into the game. With 2 minutes left in the game, Beaver got the ball out of bounds. Rose to his left, shot, short, no good. Rebound settled by Fail. Outlets to Brown, and here comes the Raiders the other way. Brown on the left side. Kicks it up ahead to Bernowski. Ball loose to Fail. Brown penetrates. Bernowski corner three again. Just short, no good. Sits up to Rose. Rose up ahead for two. And it's Lucas Rose for two. I got Lucas for 66-36 to score. Converty Engelhardt for three. Good. I got the Raiders for 9 threes on the night. As Becker gets another three, his third. 9 threes on the night is kind of like a normal night for Raiders the past few years. They're averaging about, I think, 10 or 12 a game last year, if I remember correctly. So 9 threes. There. Home to Rose. Becker top of the key, takes it with his left. Up, no good. Rebound goes to Engelhardt. And we're under a minute to go here. Raiders up 30. Brown gets fouled. We'll see if he's shooting or not. Shooting foul. Bush of the seniors. On their senior night, this abbreviated season, come out as
Never mind, I'm
they
lying.
later to honor the seniors here in this eighth night. Doing senior nights early this year, but you never know if games will be played later in the year. So I believe both teams do their senior nights in their first home game. Under 30 seconds to go now. As they battle their forward. That's going to do it. As we're running the clock out. So the scores are end up. Lowville 69. Weaver with 39. We'll send it back to the studio. Give them our sponsors. We'll come back for a wrap quickly. You can, how much you got left? A minute or two? Just do the rest of it and I'll come back and talk for a second then.
Listen up here for a second. Outside that first quarter, that was a lot better. Back in 8 o'clock. Right, we gotta listen. Get in here, we gotta work.